Figure it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. O'Reilly, right? We'll do it fucking live. We'll do it live. So, those of you who don't know, if you're new here, I like doing live streams. It's good practice for myself, speaking skills, but then also connecting with you guys, fix that parasocial relationship that's often a thing with creators. And so, hi, I'm Ayman. I'm one of the people who's part of the Table Moments podcast. I do lead this, but it'd be great if we can find people who want to be a part of it, and I don't have to be the face of it anymore. That'd be great. I'm not, when you meet someone who actually has the talent, like naturally suited for this stuff, man, it's just like, I could practice my whole life. I'll never be that good. Or I could be that good, but it just requires so much practice, and I don't care for it, honestly. The fame, the audience, none of that really, that doesn't appeal to me much at all. So cool. Just checking audio, make sure it works. But yeah, you guys on YouTube, you get advanced access. I think I'm gonna have to figure out the framing and stuff and topics that we could discuss. Like, as you've seen on the YouTube channel, there's a lot of street interviews now. We've been doing a lot of that. So that's been cool. Getting to meet a lot of people, and this weekend we ran into some pretty cool cats, I would say, who I think some people have talent, and it's just like, man, I hate to see talent wasted. I really do, but it just happens sometimes. So, all right, let's go live on TikTok and start this shit. I hate that it's in the shot. A new lens is coming. I know this is a 50 millimeter. It's good for street interviews, but it's terrible for this thing is right now 1.5 arms length away from me, and it's still too close. I do have a 35 millimeter coming in the mail soon, so that I can bring you guys closer and still be in frame, whatever. But whatever, we're just gonna have to deal with it right now as it is. And let's do this. Let's do this. If you're wondering what this thing is, it's a microphone. Like people always ask all the time. It's crazy. But hey everyone, we're live on YouTube as well. If you guys want to watch on live. YouTube, hey everyone. I don't have topics prepared. I didn't post that many videos this week, but I do have questions that we ask people on the street. Sometimes when you're starting off something new, you're going to make a bunch of mistakes early on. But those mistakes those mistakes you make are not mistakes you make the next time, as long as you're paying attention. So like with this whole street interview stuff, first time we went out with the GoPro, with the mics, audio was crap, video was crap, upgraded the camera, then figured out that the audio was still crap because I wasn't setting the levels right. And so we needed to get that right. And then second time we went out, the levels were better, but we were still clipping. And then finally figured it out. And even then there's always, and then we also learned things like, don't bring a gimbal, bring a monopod. The camera's too heavy to be holding for minutes at a time while interviewing people. But hey, Shakuri Abdi, Kimmy darling. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to Table Moments Live. I'm your host and Captain Ayman. I should have an intro, but fuck it. I'm more of a let's just go get it done, and then we'll standardize it later, which isn't. Well, I think that's a good strategy. Just start, and you'll figure it out as you go along. And that's just life. If you want to learn anything new, try that out. If you're like, oh man, I got to learn this, I got to learn that, I got to do this, I got to do that. It's like, no, just start. You'll figure out all the things you need to figure out as you do it. You'll make a bunch of mistakes, and a lot of it, like with the whole content stuff, you're going to start off, hey, Faith, how's it going? Yeah. So with content, not even content, like anything, you want to learn an instrument, just start playing the piano. Just hit some keys, and you'll be like, okay, this sounds bad. All right, so how do pianists make it sound good? It's like, oh, music theory. Oh, there are certain keys that go along with each other. There are chords. There are all this stuff, and then you start learning that, and you learn it as you do it, which is what I've learned is the best way to actually, at least for me, that's been the best way, because a lot of people who are brainy get into analysis paralysis, You do a lot of the reading, the research, but you never actually start. And man, I had a heavy, that was heavy on me. But my strategy now is read it as you need it. As a pianist, learn to read music eventually. But when you're starting to learn an instrument, you just need to start, because that beginner's hump is the hardest thing to get past. You know, like if you were taught as a kid, you had the discipline imposed on you. But if you're learning it as an adult, where you have no one, there is no structure to keep you accountable, then you just need results quickly. At least something. So like if you're gonna learn keys, if you're gonna learn the piano, pick a song you like, not the song like Mary Had a Little Lamb bullshit. Like no one wants to play that, but play your favorite pop song or hip hop song. They're usually the basic 4 chords, so you can learn chords right there, just like that. It's like, okay, what are the chords for this song I like? And then you play it and you hear the melody, you're like, oh shit, I'm actually playing the piano now. And then that's the sort of like dopamine spike you need to continue learning. So it's just about fueling your motivation. That's what I found. Is that a mic? Yeah, that is a mic on my collar, Jose. Yeah, that's a lot of, yes, very insistent on figuring that out. You look like Tom Brady, bro. Bullshit. What are you talking about? I've heard a lot of crazy comparisons. Tom Brady's not one of them. First of all, I'm not. But he is what, the greatest football player of all time? How do you end up with so many trolls? I don't know. I attract them, I think. It's okay. I like the trolls. And I don't think he was trolling. I think he was just curious. So trolls usually try to make me say something on cam that's going to get me to get the live band. Does your sour cream cannon still have its turtleneck? Okay, you're right, Faith. That's a troll for sure. But you know what? It does not have its turtleneck. A lot of people in America don't have turtlenecks. And I don't know why they do that. I don't know why. It's not even like religious purposes. It's weird. For a lot of people, most people are secular. So, well, I wouldn't say most people. At least some people identify with some sort of religion. But yeah, my turtleneck is gone. uh, you look like comedian. I think I know who that is. Godfrey or Griefrey? You ever shape the beard and get rid of the unibrow? No, I like the unibrow. I like it. It makes me different. I do shave the beard every like 2 3 weeks, but it's not the vanity stuff. Doesn't really matter to me much. So, like the trick, fellas, if you're trying to find a girl, is like show her what show her what she should expect. Okay. So like when you go out on a date or something, yeah, it doesn't have to be pristine. Yeah, you want to trim it a little bit, whatever. But like prepare the person that you're dating with what they should expect over time. The real you. And this is the real me. So even on live, I don't do it for live. I do it for the street interviews because it makes it better. People are more receptive if your beard is trimmed. Do you prefer Pizza Hut or Deal? I don't know what that second one is. Domino's is best, I think. Can you mentor me for what? What do you need mentorship for? Yeah. Oh, you do podcasting too? One time CEO podcast DM for a Zoom meeting. Okay. I mean, if you have any questions, feel free to just ask it here. I'll drop whatever knowledge I have. I don't know if I'm in a position to like mentor people. I don't feel like I have enough experience or success. So anyway, so do you like math debating? What's math debating? Math? How are you debating math? Unless it's like theoretical math or whatever. Do you have any friends that slap you on the head when you get a fresh baldy? No. I do have a girl who likes to rub my head when it's freshly shaved up. That's what you need, fellas. uh, uh, deal all the way. Nope. MK likes, you're welcome. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Distant lover. That's a lot of R's in your username. Why should we take advice from you? What are your credentials? Don't take advice from me. I'm not giving any. Like, you know what? I don't understand. I don't know. Is that so? That one lucky ducky, is that Elon Musk's new son's name? Yes. Oh my God, it's Boris Kojo, big cousin. Yeah, I've heard that a few times. It is what it is. Podcasting and tech startup questions. yeah, if you have any questions, put it in the chat right now, or you can DM me. DM this account. I'll give you whatever I got. Like podcasting is hard. It's hard. If you're gonna do audio only, it's especially hard. Video makes it easier because you can cut it into clips or whatever. The only way I've found to grow is either one, you get on other people's podcasts, which is harder. Well, I think a lot of people are open depending on the podcast. And then two, social media. Social media is the way. But then you have to be consistent with that, so it's a lot of work. Why should we take advice from you? What are your credentials? None. So you ever oil up the dome? Have to. As I've gotten older, I don't even like lotion. That's the thing. So I've had to because of dry skin, and even my elbows have been having this problem. I think this is one of the things they don't tell you about getting old, or at least maybe black people have always known it, but white people, or at least white men, don't use lotion like that. So I think I've lived my life that way. But yeah, elbows like definitely can get really rough if you're not like. If you guys are looking for a lotion that isn't oily, it's not really lotion, but it's back balm or something like that. You can get it from CVS. It comes in a green can. It's I don't know what it is. It's like Vaseline, but not as oily, and it's something you could easily get off of your hands with a little bit of soap. And I like my hands dry, so that's a thing. My dog just got diagnosed. Damn, a lot of comments here. Let me catch up. My dog just got diagnosed with AIDS. Please, everyone, say a prayer. Well, I'll pray for you. You don't know Distant Lover, and you like music. I like my music. Um, I don't know Distant Lover. I don't know modern music that well. Honestly. Can we do a one-on-one Zoom? Yeah, send a link and we'll do a one-on-one. And I'll answer any questions you got. Yeah, just DM me or your whatever. Yeah, we'll do a Zoom. We'll see what is this. Lord, the ridiculous thing. I don't understand faith. I don't understand either. I'm audio only podcast. Okay, yeah, I can give you some advice on at least I can't not advice. I can give you what I do, and maybe I can learn some stuff from you too. But what I do, audio editing is tough because you can't see it. You can't see the content, so you literally have to listen to everything. Yeah, they have like tools like Descript or whatever, but then even then, you still have to read it. It's searchable at least, which is nice. But what was it like growing up in Ethiopia? I have no clue. I didn't grow up there. Yes, conservative immigrant. Hey, I think I've seen you here before. How do I find podcasts to be guests on? How about this? You want to be a guest? Come. How about next week? You can come on my podcast. How about that? And there you go. Now you're a guest. That's how you do it. Agreed. Email them. Yeah, you can email a lot of people. You're gonna get I don't know how receptive podcasters are. If they're growing, they're probably looking for guests. But if they're more established, or if they have a need, especially like a lot of these like bigger YouTube podcasters, whatever, they look for people of prominence, and so that's how they get the clout for themselves. It's this whole weird like incest. I don't know if I would say it's incestuous, but like it's this weird like everyone feeds off of each other kind of thing, and so it's weird. You have to exfoliate. I used to use one of those brushes, and I was like, nah. Where are the list of them? You're gonna have to go to you can go to YouTube pages. There's usually email you can do up to like you can do up to 5 emails from. I mean, I'm sure there are lists out there, or like podcasts are always looking for guests. So I also heard like someone if you do start a podcast, you can use that as a way to get introductions for business reasons for business. It makes someone feel important. You know, one of the tactics some people in finance used to do, they might still do it, where they actually hire a ghostwriter to write a book for them that then they publish. And so they are technically a published author, and they would give that book, they would send that book to potential clients and business partners as a form of credibility building stuff. And so people are like, oh, wow, you're a famous, or the fact that you even have a book published, it's, yeah, whatever. But they hire ghostwriters for that. So instead, you could do a podcast. Just launch a podcast. I'm just thinking right now, it could even be a service. You could do that. You can ghost podcast as a service or something. I don't know. That could be interesting. I don't know how you would do it. You'd probably have to have like them recite a script, maybe 15, 20 minutes worth of something. So you could put it in Descript, and then you could do the voice analysis thing. And then you'll be able to just write a podcast for them and using their voice, especially with all these AI tools. And then you can pretend they have guests and everything. And it's just this whole, oh, look. And then you funnel you pay ads to promote it, get a bunch of listens, get a bunch of reviews, get a bunch of followers, and then that's a credibility tool that someone who's looking to make business deals can do and say, hey, can I invite you to my podcast and whatever. It's the whole thing. Think about it if someone wants to try it. My dad always beats my mom. How can I help her get better at Monopoly? No clue. How do you like that Rode mic? It's cool. It's cool. You just have to make sure you get your decibel settings right when you use it, especially when you're using it with a camera. With the digital output into, you don't have to worry so much because that's not much of a problem. But when you put it into your camera, you have to make sure your levels are right. I've made that mistake a few times. Marvin Gaye, Distant Lover. Okay. I like his other one, Sexual Healing. That's a good one. Is that his? Is applying for a credit card worth it? Up to you. If you can manage your spending, it might be a good idea because you don't have to worry so much about fraudulent charges and safety and all that stuff. But if you are reckless with spending, it can get you to it's dangerous if you're not using it responsibly. That boy getting nervous with all these roads. The delay. It's not even a delay. I just don't. I'm not used to this many people commenting. Like usually, like yeah. Praise Allah, you look awesome, brother. Table X. I like that one. That's a new one. How old were you when you started balding? I was 23, 22, 23. Do aliens exist? Statistically, some will say yeah. Is there any evidence? No. But whatever. Did you catch the BBC interview with the king? Nope. Why would I watch the BBC? Fake news. Why would I watch government propaganda? No, I didn't watch the BBC interview with the brother. Why would I watch it? What am I going to learn? I don't understand. He put so much content out here. Like, what am I going to learn? Like, did you watch it? That would be surprising if you watched it. I don't know. It was interesting, actually. Oh no, I don't know. You're convinced turning roast comments into 2-minute serious dialogue is pretty impressive. Thank you. I mean, I have a lot of practice doing these lives. Oh, you did. Okay. For those of you who don't know, I don't know if you can or can't say his name on this platform anymore. There was a point where any video mentioning this guy's name was getting flagged and banned. So, and I got caught up in those a few times. So I'm not going to even say his name because, yep, that was the thing. That was a real thing. Even one time, someone mentioned, "Hey, have you noticed this trend that's going on where they're taking down all videos?" And then I stitched that video and said, "Yeah, I'm noticing the same thing. We never mentioned his name. Both got cut." So it's like you guys have no idea how much what you see is controlled. You have no clue. If you were on the other side of it, where you actually make the content, you'd be shocked. Certain things you can't talk about. And I don't know, some of you have witnessed like how the lives go, where sometimes we just get banned for no reason. It's like, or certain topics. The Hispanic family in Las Vegas where a UFO crash vanished. I don't know. That's the thing. I thought about asking this question as a street interview. Like, if aliens landed and you saw it on TV, would any of you believe it? Would you believe it? Considering how much fake stuff. But I guess most people think most of the stuff is real. My default position, it's most of it's fake. And people don't believe me when I'm like, yeah, it's probably fake. They're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, look into it. Oh wow, that's insane. It's insane. Yeah. I mean, like this is at all the platforms do this. Did you guys not see the Twitter files? Like how much I don't know, certain entities have power over what we can see. So, like, the Twitter files, people always suspected shadow banning was a thing, and then the Twitter files confirmed it. It's like, oh, you guys really do influence what we see, huh? Rate your ex-girl and current girl objectively from 1 to 10. Ex, nah, I don't care to do that. I don't care to do that. You probably wouldn't believe it. You can't believe anything you don't see anymore. Exactly, especially with like these AI tools that are generating images and videos and stuff like that. Can you really trust anything? No, cool. Check. I don't know how you emailed me. Do you have my email? Or DM'd me? That's fine. Yeah. We'll get you to a Zoom call. The idea of humans as only self-aware species in the universe troubles me. Why is that? Like, cool. I'll check it after this live. I'm also on YouTube if you guys want to see higher quality version of me with the pink light shining in my face. Whatever. I think I still got to upgrade the stream. I might, I always tell myself I'm going to build it's probably not worth building, but whatever. Hey, Daryl Harris. But what's wrong with the idea of humans being the only self-aware species in the universe? Why would it be cool to have other ones? If we have other ones, then there's competition. So I don't know if we want to live in a world where there's another species out there who can dominate. It's crazy. What happened with the dating app? It's still an idea. I haven't figured out distribution yet. That's the thing. There might be an opportunity in a month. There's a cultural dating event that's happening in Toronto that my brother is going to be going to. And if I can get the app, at least the basic MVP done by then and share it with them, then at least I can get like a proof of concept and testing with some people. So I'll be working on a basic 5 people put their email in. Like, yeah, there might not even be demand for something like this. So that's like, I'm not gonna put too much effort into something maybe people don't even want. Someone asked me if I want to create a dating app with them, should I do it? I don't know. If you guys have figured out some way to build it and you address, I don't know, some people might say you have to address a niche or something, but I think if you can figure out a way to get distribution is the hardest part. So let's not even think about like strategy and what your niche is or which market you're going to target, or the hardest part is getting people to use it. And that's, if you can figure that out before you start building, that's the best situation. If you start building it and you try to spread it around, good luck. You put all this effort into something that you can't even get people to use. So it's kind of sad to be all alone in an infinite universe. We're not. We have each other. We have each other. We're not alone. We're alone in the sense of like, we have all these species on this planet. Like, why do they need to be off planet? Why do they need to be in another universe, or another galaxy or planet or something? I don't know. Plus, I mean, I don't know, I don't know. I don't think we're alone because we have each other. And I know that sounds cheesy as hell, but whatever. Can I move in with you? You don't even know me though. Blimp, 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 blimp. Wow. You would move in with a stranger? Does the type of person who would move in with a stranger, the type of person who you'd be safe with moving in with you? Like, I don't know. This is a hell of a suspect. Do you hear the echo? A stranger we met in a past life. Is that okay? I'm not a stranger. That's funny. Do you guys want me to ask you guys some of the questions we asked to people on the street? Like, the street interviews are getting good. We met a guy on the street who is like a natural with people, like so good with just talking and engaging with people. He is content the same way other people are content. Okay, I'll ask the question. So this weekend we asked, would you choose money or fame? If you could only choose one, which one would you choose? If I answer the questions right, can I move in? Nope, you can't. But you can drive around the neighborhood hoping to be money. Interesting. Why money? That's quick answers, guys. It's fame. Here's the thing. Like, if you ask young people what their desired profession is, they would all say YouTube. Probably because not for the money though. Yeah, I think because a lot of people we ran into were older people, and pretty much everybody said money except one guy. I don't want to be famous. Never have. Good for you. We humans alone on this planet look like a dysfunctional family. Guests can make us behave. That's an interesting perspective. I haven't thought about it that way. I like that. I like that a lot. Money helps a lot. Indeed, it does. Well, it helps to a point. I think I remember watching this. I was a weird kid. I used to watch 2020, and like one of the things they were analyzing in one of the segments was how much money you need to live a good life. And they figured at the time it was around 70,000. Right now it'd probably be closer to 90 or 100, just to live a life where you don't have to worry about anything. Like you have your shelter, you have food, you have miscellaneous expenses, you have bills, and you have spending around money for the niceties in life. Outside of that, any money past that probably isn't going to change your life in any significant way. Usually, money past that is fueling some other like deeper issue that you have. So like overspending on like shopping or cars or watches or whatever. It's just like, oh, well, here's the thing. In a lot of these situations, people spend that money because it facilitates more money. Because you can flex on Instagram, following, or even like in the environments you run in, they do see that as signals, markers of success. So that could be a thing. But I don't know. I don't know if you need a lot of money. Fame gets you canceled. Yeah, I guess that's always a possibility. Anything can get you canceled. It's just a matter of chance. A lot these days, it's a matter of chance. Remember that it was a tweet though. So as long as you stay silent, at least publicly, you will likely be safe from cancellation. But if you become a target, if you make an enemy who happens to have some influence, I don't know if that's true. I feel like everybody can get canceled, which is why I've always had this rule, even with the podcast. I've been trying to get canceled for like 2.5 years now. It's hard because you kind of have to be worth canceling first. I know that I'm going to get canceled. I just want it to be on my terms. So I will be strategic about it, is all I can say. Um, but 120,000 is still money that most people don't have. So that would be helpful. Yeah, that is. But I mean, if you 120,000, even if you get two people who are making, it does take effort to get there. But that's, I'm sure if you partner with someone, wife, husband, something like that, you guys have a household income of over 6 figures is more than enough, I think, for most families in most places. Now, California, New York, expensive places like that, the equations don't work out. But in most parts of the country, you will live a pretty decent and comfortable life. And I know it. I made decent money, but because of where I lived in upstate New York, like pretty much, I think over half my paycheck was just going directly to savings. After like shelter, after food, after bills, after even just enjoying a good life, still half of it was going into my bank account. So it's just like lots of parts of the country are hella affordable, but New York is tough. There was a New Yorker article about a dinner party specifically for canceled people. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I think cancellations are becoming less and less of a hint, less and less damage on people. Like because it's happening to almost everybody now. It's like it happens to everybody. It gets normalized, and so it's not a big deal. But the people who got canceled first paid a heavy price, especially since cancellations only work because everyone else doesn't want to be associated. It's like negative viral association. It's like you're an infection, sort of. They turn you into an infection that nobody wants to be around. And so the way I see cancellation is like you get to really find out who your real friends are, because those who stick around, they don't even have to come out publicly supporting you. They just have to be like, bro, this is all bullshit. I got your back, whatever you need. That's it. It's like, oh, so you're a real friend. Now, if the people when you get canceled, all of a sudden they're like turning their backs on you, they're talking shit, whatever. It's like, oh, okay, so this was always a friendship of like utility, how useful I was, not one where they have any loyalty. And so it just shows you who your real friends are, which is something I can appreciate. Like for me, my standard for friendship is so high that most people can't fit into it. We can't, and it's okay. call them thought provokers. Probably true, yeah, because it's not the mainstream that make the future. It's always going to be people on the edges. It always is, and so it's like that's the funniest thing about cancellations. It's like, yeah, a lot of it you can say is objectionable and define as bad to at least according to yourself, but that's what it takes to find the few people who do push culture in a positive way. That's how it works. It's not going to be the people who say the mainstream acceptable BS that pushes culture, that creates the future, that invents things, that explores new ideas and industries, and it's not them. It's not them. So it's like cancellation, and so it's tough. It's tough to see people just behave that way sometimes. It's like everyone. That's why the First Amendment is so important, because it's like the exchange of ideas is too important for our future to let cancellation be the thing that cancellation, literally the opinions of people. Like, who cares? Most people's opinions don't mean shit. Most people's opinions are assigned to them. Like, most people are not thinking deeply about what they believe. They're just told it, or they're surrounded by people who believe that those things. And so when you realize that's what it is, then why does any of it matter? You know, it's like people will believe whatever they're told to believe. They'll like whatever they're told to like. Listen to the radio. How much of this is actually good music? How much of it is creative and artistic in a new way? None of it is. Like, that's because it's appealing to the broadest number of people who are told this is what's good. So I get it. Yeah. Thought provokers? Yep. Yeah. It ain't gonna be like people still listen to the radio. Yep. I know. Blows my mind too. But people still listen to the radio. Like, a lot of people. Like, people still have cable TV. Like, it's just this crazy. I can understand the cable TV part because I guess people really like sports. And that's the easiest, or that's the traditional way of watching it in certain markets. But I know they're turning those into like packages and stuff that are isolated from those things. But yeah, so who was it? Who was part of that meeting? Who was New Yorker article? Yeah, I don't know. So you guys chose money over fame. There was one guy we met who did say fame, and he made a pretty interesting point about immortality. He didn't say immortality. It's just my interpretation of it, but like living forever if you're famous and you're building a legacy or something. That was his argument. But the second question we asked on the street, it was people who have been canceled but not criminals. Okay, interesting. But then I mean, like, criminals have a voice here too. So I don't know what's worse: people who get canceled for their ideas, or actual criminals. Like, what's his name? The Wolf of Wall Street guy. Guy has a podcast. Okay, I've never seen any. I've never seen a glucose monitor like that. For sure. No, it's a microphone. Tell you hearing me rated jobby. So not like Weinstein, but some people from New York seeing the New York scene in academia. Oh, so this is a New York thing. I don't know. I don't know many academics in New York. I don't know, but it would be interesting. I mean, people who are generally outspoken, who are willing to push at least some of the things that we're supposed to believe are necessary for culture to just shift and grow. It's in the New Yorker, my dude. Okay, but I mean, a lot of things in New York are seen as like the pinnacle. Like the New York Times is often the source for a lot of these smaller newspapers. And so it's like, what do they call it? The paper of record or something. New York is like the center. It's crazy. I guess LA might be another one, but no. I think it's just when it comes to media and news. Another one might be DC, but that's the politics stuff. But yeah, you read the New Yorker though, huh? She reads the New Yorker guys. That's crazy. Crazy. Well, the second question we asked on the street was dream car or dream house. If you could only choose one, would you have a dream car or dream house? We kept it. We kept it pretty tame this time. I'm Gen X, of course I do. I know Gen Xers read dream house. Okay, and why the dream house? I don't know. These seem like pretty obvious questions, I guess, after we asked them a few times, because most people said money, most people said house. I had Uber to my dream house. I have my dream house. Nice. Okay. Yeah. All right. So then, why wouldn't you choose the dream car, Faith? I don't think you understand the question. If you already have your dream house, then why don't you get the dream car? Or maybe you don't care about cars. I don't know. You live in New York, so you're not. You probably don't even have a driver's license, huh? But homes are investments and not liabilities. I guess it depends. It depends. Like cars are utility. Houses are utilities too, but if you structure the purchase of the house, it can be an investment. But I think for a lot of people, it's a liability, and they don't know it yet. Um, I have a license. I'm gonna have two cars. Oh, okay. So I'd Uber to my dream house. Yeah, that's the thing. Like 2008 should have showed like these things can be liabilities. Like when you don't have any money down, any equity on the property, and you bought it at a price that the market can't sustain, then they are huge liabilities. So, and I think that's true for a lot of people right now. At least for office buildings right now, it's true. I hope it's not true for residential, but who knows? Like, mm, I don't know. I don't know. It's tough. You know, those adjustable rate mortgages. One of my favorite movies, honestly, was The Big Short. If you guys haven't seen it, it basically is a dramatic retelling of whole 2008 housing crash and stuff. There were some things they didn't put in the movie that they should have, but I understand the director's bias and why he probably didn't include it. But it's still a well shot, good movie. Commercial real estate, yeah, but home values are holding on. Yeah, hopefully that stays true. But you know, it really depends on the economy, I guess. This time, I don't think adjustable rate mortgages are as big a deal this time. But I mean, we'll find out if anything happens. But I mean, if commercial real estate is a problem, I always thought it'd be interesting if they can convert that stuff into other things. It depends on the market, yeah. Definitely depends on the market. There's some places where it's just, how's anyone supposed to afford living in any of these places? And on the other hand, it's like people aren't willing to move to a more affordable area. So I don't know. I think in Canada they're having the housing problem way worse than whatever exists in America. I've been watching these TikTok videos of this guy just talking, just explaining Canadian housing market and stuff. I'm just like, yo, if any of what's happening there is happening here, yeah, you gotta be careful. Places like New York City, yeah, and a lot of places in California. Like, it blows my mind. Like, I don't know. And here's the thing: I actually looked into home construction too. Like, I don't like the traditional way homes are constructed with two by fours and you build it up. That's the cheapest way to build right now because that's the primary way people build. But I think there's better, like the whole prefab stuff. That's interesting. I like the idea of structurally insulated panels. Um, I don't know much about Boston, but yeah, I'm wearing a microphone. But I've actually looked into this because I think it'd be really cool. I think I'm one of the few people who are like, I actually want to build my own home by hand. Um, oh, it's a lighting. Yeah, it's a lighting. It's a oh, maybe I gotta move it further away, or maybe drop the brightness. It is getting hot. Ooh, good call. Why? Why what? Why am I wearing a microphone? Because that's how you're hearing me right now, and I don't like having the cable. It gets annoying, and yeah, I'm trying to be all YouTuber shit. See this? Here's the funny thing about these lights, though. they sort of like legitimize you when you're on the street interviewing people. And so, and here's the funniest thing. Here's the funniest thing. Like when you're talking to people on the street gets other people interested in talking with you. If you're just standing there without anyone and you're just between interviews, people don't. I know this is also being streamed to YouTube, so that's why this is here. I'm always trying new things. I don't need the light, but if it adds some depth or whatever, you know, it is what it is. Like, why are you guys hating on the light? Like, of all the things to hate on, you don't need the light for YouTube either. Yeah, like separating me from the foreground and the background is the thing. It's a strategy for like content creation and like getting people to focus on you. So it's a thing. There's a reason why they light their places like that. It's to help focus and make the thing look. It looks better on YouTube. That's what I would say. It looks better, but I'm live streaming on YouTube too. So I don't know why you guys are like shitting on the light. It makes it look. It gives it a vibe. It gives it a vibe. I don't know. You guys are hating. Making my inner eye ducts look shiny. Is it? No, it's just shiny. It's just shiny. It's the bright light here, which whatever. Your content needs to be the vibe. It is. It is the vibe. But I mean, like, it is what it is. It's okay. It's just a light, people. Get over it. It's funny that it's women saying this right now, because do you know how much you guys care about decorations? You guys care about like the vibe of your environment, your house, whatever. And then you have to give me shit about one LED light just to add a little bam. Most elite Thanksgiving food, in your opinion? That's stuffing is up there. Yeah, I'd say stuffing. Those type of women aren't your audience. What does that mean? What does that mean? What type of women? I don't know if women even watch this stuff on YouTube. YouTube is a primarily male audience, so those are the people I'm appealing to. The algorithm didn't bring those here. Himalayan pink salt lamp glow would look nice. Isn't this what this is? Isn't this what this is? The light makes you look like Five Below vibes. What does that mean, Five Below? I'm not sure what that is. What's Five Below? I think someone, yeah, so I would say that the most elite Thanksgiving food, in my opinion, is the store discount, the store Five Below. Okay, perfect. That's my audience, I think. That's why you're all here. Yeah, that's why you're all here. I don't even know what Five Below is, but of course you would know. You know what you guys can do? It does hit different, doesn't it? You know what you could do if you guys are in relationships? You guys should do the Five Below challenge or the dollar store challenge, where you and your boy, your man, you each set a price limit. So with Five Below, you could say nothing over $5. What can you get that would hit emotionally for each other? I used to do this, and so it's not like you're spending a lot of money, but it's almost like a test on like how well we know each other, and so you guys can see like who's better at gift giving and understanding the other person and what they would like, and you guys just go your separate ways. It's sort of like a scavenger hunt kind of thing. It's a fun game for couples if you want to try it. Dollar store works too. Everyone knows. Hey, from Vegas, by the way. That's a cute date idea. Yeah. Ooh, that is a cute date idea. You don't necessarily have. Well, no, you do have to know the person. So yeah, that is a. You guys could do that after dinner. I already know who'd win in this couple. What this couple? Are you referring to me? I don't think you understand. I'm too good at giving gifts. Very interactive. Yep. Five Below is actually not Five Below prices anymore. Yep. Biden's inflation. It's okay. We'll get through this, guys. We'll get through this. Hella expensive. I can't believe you're a Mormon. I can't believe it either. I'm not, but okay. I'm referring to my. Oh, your coupling. Oh, okay. Who would? So he would obviously choose better than you. I don't like giving or receiving gifts. That's fair. It's not for everybody, but I mean, the way I've always seen gifts is if you're going to give a gift, at least do one that's going to have some emotional impact. That can, I think, the best ones. No, that's the thing. Like I've taken some pretty mighty swings in terms of gifts, not in an expense, but in like adventure. Like I got my yeah. I could tell you guys if you guys want to know it. Some of the gifts I've given, but I think a lot of them did have impact, and then some of them were spectacular failures, or at least one of them was. You really a Mormon? I'm not a Mormon. But it's funny. Like I did hear about that piece about the Mormon guy, about the Mormon church or whatever, and the money, the investing, whatever. We could talk about that if you guys want. Oh, you want to hear the gifts? Okay, Garcia, he scrolls. Okay, like I think you've heard this one. I've crocheted something for my sister once. I turned my brother's home into a smart house as a as it's one of those things he grew up watching. If you guys remember the Disney movie Smart House, and he had gotten a smart thermostat, but it was incompatible with the heating system in his house. You needed to call an electrician or whatever. So I was like, you know what? I think I can figure this out. I have it. And so I did. I went to the attic, got the wiring diagram, figured it out, hooked it up, and then switched out a bunch of smart switches in his house. Whatever. And I'm like, all right, I gave you your childhood dream. Smartness. He's pretty cool with that. I gave my dad a replica revolver. Growing up, he used to he grew up in Africa and didn't have a lot of TV, but they did have VHS tapes. And one of the things they used to watch were like old westerns, old westerns. So they were like always playing cowboys and stuff. That was a thing. I don't know if you're a Habesha and you talk to your dad, he probably was a really big fan of American westerns, cowboys, and all that stuff. So I was like, yo, what if I got him like a revolver, like a replica revolver, so that he could just, it's like one of those like emblems or like a token of his childhood or something. He wasn't feeling it at all. He wasn't. That was like, probably my biggest fail. Yeah. Okay. Favorite gifts from my husband or travel trip. Okay. Talk about Mormon money stuff. Yeah, so I guess the Mormon church was accused of like not filing the right SEC paperwork for their investment arm. And people are like, oh my God, it's a scandal. They're hiding money from the government. It's like, no, it's just one form that they didn't fill out. Was it deliberate? Possibly. But it ain't a big deal, which is why it's funny that everyone. But the reason why it became news was because it's the Mormon Church. Because like you could say the same thing about university endowments and all that, and how much money they have, and how they still charge their students tens of thousands of dollars to attend. And they were trying to frame the Mormon Church as like, oh, these people, they're supposed to like people are giving tithes and everything, and they're supposed to be a charitable organization, but they have all this investment money and they're worth this much. And it's like, all right, so you're attacking the church because you're not attacking the church because it's wrong, because plenty of nonprofits do this shit. So it's just like whatever. It's like that's the part I can't take seriously about a lot of this stuff. It's like it's targeted. Not that I care. I mean, I'm not Mormon. Smart house and actually setting it up is a gift. Yeah, I'm Habesha. Yeah, I love discharge. You mentioned it. Faith, thanks, Rosie O'Donnell. Hiding money from the government, don't they all? They weren't even hiding money. They had a bunch of subsidiaries that were reporting their investment situation. Basically, the SEC have form, and basically the Mormon Church was the holding company for a lot of these other. But the holding company also has to file a 13F form referencing the investments that their subsidiaries have, which they didn't. And so they're like, oh, the Mormon Church hiding. It's like, no, but all the things are The government knows about these things, and they were investments, so it's like it's not even like it's just weird. It's weird. It just seems like a very serious conversation. It's not much. Taxation is theft. You can say that, but a lot of people aren't going to agree with you. I think I got this wrong. Rosie, some comments in this live were filtered. Grass is Rosie. Okay. I don't know. Like, what trips did he take you to? What's your username? Phoenix Flower Talk, Las Vegas, Nevada. All videos are my own. Is that your dog too, or what? I don't know. It's interesting. But yeah, all right. So if you want, I've done. Yeah, I think the best gifts are the ones where not about the money you spend. It's not. It's not. It's about understanding the person and what will elicit a positive emotional response in them. Like I knew my brother, one of his dreams was having a smart house. And I made his house smart. Like my brother, Formula One, a big fan of Formula One, and I 3D printed a steering wheel that I put on a racing simulator wheel, replaced the wheel, gave him for his birthday. Yeah, so he can drive like the people he watches. So it is what it is. Sometimes the best gifts are super simple. Yeah. Also, I think, fellas, if you guys want some strategy here, like don't go too big too early. Okay. A lot of guys, you want to pull out the wallet and start like being super romantic or whatever, and trips to here, dinner to there, blah blah blah. It's like one, the fact that you bought it means anybody could have done it. Okay, so it's not as impactful. And then two, it's like you're setting yourself up for failure in the future because she'll always compare to the last thing you got her. So you should start really, really small, fellas. Basic. Like, what's her favorite candy? That's what you get. That's it. And one piece. That's it. That's all you got to do. Guys, that's too hard. I wonder, like, ladies, how do you guys give gifts to your men? How do you give gifts? Does it even matter to you? Like, that he cares that he likes it? I don't even like sweets. Okay, what do you like? Just trips? You just gotta leave home? That's what you need? I don't know. What do you mean how? I'm not sure what you're asking. Like, so, like, how do you, so, like, for men, getting a girl a gift is an important thing, typically. But I don't know if women feel the same way about getting gifts for their husbands, boyfriends, or partners. Yeah, what have you given as gifts? But really, like, is even the feeling there, like, it's a big deal? Because I think a lot of guys are okay with not getting anything. We're so used to not receiving anything from anybody. So we're like, so when we do get something, I guess it's cool. But sometimes I know a lot of you ladies, you get gifts that you say are for him, but really it's for y'all. So you get a gift that's honestly for you. Really. So it's like, hey, I got us a spa massage, a couples massage. He didn't want that. He didn't want that. Come on, fellas. Like me, what do we do if they like gifts? He got the gift of me having a kid. Come on. He has a summer house I fund. That's not a gift. Giving him a kid is not a gift. You owed it to him. Oh, that's what you guys meant by the sunburn? Oh, I didn't even see that. Huh. Looks like sunburn. Uh, I wonder, you know what I should do? It actually does have a color changing feature. So maybe I'll do that. uh, or we could go blue. That might be interesting. I am the gifter, no kids though. All right. I already know your man isn't happy. Come on. Who says that? I am the gift. Man, only men can say that. Nah, I'm just kidding. Am I though? Uh, what if it's purple? No, it still looks like standard. Where are you going to take me out on Father's Day? I don't know. I never celebrated Father's Day. That's the thing. So they'd be lying if they said they're the gift. No, I think men bring way more to the relationship table than women like to admit. Do you guys understand how neurotic a lot of you are? How indecisive a lot of you are? Even just the safety aspect, where, yes, I understand sometimes sleeping alone in bed by yourself is scary. It doesn't feel as safe. Like, yes, it's what a presence of a man will do sometimes. Make you feel safer. He is the gift. And he's especially the gift because he doesn't consider himself one. We carrying it is a gift. It's a gift from God, but it's not a gift for him. They'd be lying if they said they're the gift. And how psychotic a lot of you are. I don't know. I can't. I've never dated men. All I know for sure is women tend to be a handful to themselves, not even to men, to themselves. And so, like, men can bring some grounding to your life if you choose the right guy, obviously. But I'm a 27-year-old professional Latina, sir, and my husband loves to travel as much as me. You got lucky then. You are lucky. I would say that. Men are also a handful. They're pretty simple creatures. This is very, very simple. We're not that complicated. It's just like because we're not as complicated or needy or have as much complexity to us, you think there's like women have this terrible habit of reading into things more into things than they actually are. So like when a man says something, it's just what he said. There's nothing more to it. But that's not going to stop you from feeling some type of way and go through this roller coaster of emotions in your head and then somehow express it to him, but not in a direct way. So he has to like, figure out what the hell happened. You know, you know what it's like. And men just need to learn to be just like, she's going through some shit. She's just doing her thing. That girl, whatever, it's okay. So you're saying men are basic since they aren't complicated? Yeah, simple. We're simple. And men are more thoughtful than women. I wouldn't say thoughtful. Women are thoughtful in the sense of they have too many thoughts. A lot of them are thoughts too. Who knows? It's okay. It's okay. I mean, you know what's the most dangerous thing to a woman? Her mind. I swear, yo, it's funny. Women, man. You just gotta learn to love them as they are, guys. Just got to. They can't help themselves. They're gonna make a big deal out of like, oh, you ate the last slice of pizza. He doesn't love me anymore. Like, what are you talking about? I didn't know you wanted it. You know, it is what it is. I think statistics show that men are most dangerous to women. It depends on the statistic you look at, because men are the most dangerous to men too. So, like, I don't know if that's a fair comparison. But if you compare it to children, like who's the most dangerous to children, you might find that's not quite true. I just think the place for it though. You really say that women all the time, and they enjoy the discourse. So it is what it is. You're new here, huh? Men are predictable and easy to read. Yes, that's a perfect thing in a relationship. Why wouldn't you want to be with someone that you can easily predict and understand what they're thinking? And I don't know. It just seems like as far as being in a relationship with men, I don't know. I've never been in a relationship with a man. I just know from my side, and the way you're describing it sounds like it might be the better. But I don't know. Like, all right, so if you take it to the realm of friendship, like women being friends with other women versus women being friends with men, or your experience with your girlfriends versus friends who are men, how do those go? Like a lot of women do not like being friends with other women. They don't. For this reason, it's not a great look for men when they're dangerous to both men and women. It's just how it is. Like it's not about what It's just how things are. Men are definitely the more violent of the genders, but okay, that's just testosterone. Okay. Um, it is what it is. Do you remember starter jackets and pagers? I do. I remember starter jackets and pagers. You try to bring it back, Clayton Bigsby? Trying to bring it back? I work in a casino in Vegas, and the tourist guys that come through on their boy trips are obnoxious. Those are a certain type of dude. Those are a certain type of dude. The people, most, yeah, Vegas attracts a certain type of person. Let's be honest, okay? I've only ever been to Vegas once, and it was for a Bruno Mars concert that someone wanted to take me to. Okay, so which, by the way, great performer, great performer. Obviously, you either like the music or you don't, but um, Vegas generally, yeah, like walking through it and seeing the people who are there. There's a reason why it's called Sin City. It attracts a type of person. Like, so I don't blame you for your experiences with men in that city. Bruno Mars, did you get lucky that night? Oh, that's a reference to no, that's a Pharrell song. You know on that song? Or do you mean just generally like did I smash? I did, but I don't know why that matters. It's not like it was new. Whatever. And the older ones always have wedding rings on. Okay, interesting. I hope they're not like doing some bad things. I don't know. Vegas is a weird place. It's weird. It's so weird. Just seeing all the people up at night. No, Bruno Mars says that his shows that guys will get after his shows. I don't know. After the show, we were just tired. We got lucky before the show, so I didn't care to get lucky after the show. So, hey, Jose is back. Are you going to ask me about this thing again? When did you transition? Uh, they were saying the pink light made it look like I had like sunburn, so I switched it to blue. Switched it to blue. Blue might be the color of the channel, I think. Change your mind on the move-in? No, I haven't. You gotta no. What? Uh, are you homeless? Do you need a place to stay? Is that what's going on? I don't know. Vegas. Hmm. Walking through the casinos in Vegas are like sort of depressing, honestly. They have the lights, they have the music, the bunch of people all smiling and stuff. And I'm just like, man, this whole thing. His soon-to-be wife won't love it. Yeah, she won't. Uh, she won't. She won't love it. But we don't talk about that here, Faith. We got to keep her on the down low. Um, so, because I think there's some things that should stay private. We'll joke around here, whatever. If you, there's just I don't know, man. I see some of these Instagram stuff like she'll send me every now and then of like families or whatever, which I think maybe is the thing women do. They send their guys Instagram reels, or maybe she's just in the mood for families or whatever. But it's like using your family for clout. I don't know. That's crossing the line for me. Hey, Nika, how's it going? I don't know how you guys feel about all these like Instagram families. It's like they're cute, they're entertaining, but they're also using the kids and their family for attention, which I don't know. That's the line I won't cross. You might see some baby feet as a picture one time, maybe. Whoa, hey, what? I don't know. What did you call her? We heard that. I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay. Yeah, I don't know. I see all these like that's their business. I never put my husband or kids on social. Yeah, it is their business. I just like, geez, I don't know. I think some things are just too sacred to invite or share with the world. Like I'll share a lot here, at least as far as it's just things related to stuff I post here. But when it comes to the personal stuff, like really personal stuff, I'm not sharing it here. 'Cause it's like cheap. It's almost like, so you know how like some content creators like to put girls in their content, because guys can click on it, and which even I've had to do, and I hate that I have to do it. But the numbers, the analytics, they speak clearly. We did have street interviews with someone, and it's like, I know those are the sections, those are the clips people are going to watch. At least guys are going to watch. It's almost like it's almost like cheat code, because then you're not attracting people based on the content, but just the visuals and people's base desires. So it's what it is. Did you hear what he called you? Okay. Jose's trying to start some shit. NECA? How's this supposed to be? Did I pronounce it wrong? It's not NECA? No, that would be actually in there if it was Nika, huh? We're making a ton of money. Yeah, that's the thing though. They're exploiting the family for money. That's the part that I don't get at all. Just like, is this going to be worth it? Like, having a camera in your kid's face, crazy for some money. And yeah, it's almost like guys who put girls in their videos for the top. It's the same thing, except it works on women, which is interesting. Maybe there's an opportunity. There's a lane there. I heard it. He kind of pronounced it wrong, but I get that. Sometimes it's cool. But what are the analytics of viewership for TikTok? For TikTok, the thing I like about TikTok is that it doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to be that. Every video will stand on its own. So like the best performing videos on my page here are not anything with girls in it, which I like. I like that. But Instagram, it's the ones with girls. It's the one with girls. So every platform, it's different. No surprise that the platform that I would say is the most superficial is the one where the videos with girls do the best by a huge margin. It's crazy. Yes. Okay. Nah, he did that on purpose. Yeah, I did it on purpose, Jose. This guy, dude, Jose, you gotta pick it up if you want to start something like. I already stir the pot myself. So, okay. Well, he did the evil laugh right after. Yeah, I like the evil laugh. It's a good one. You know, it's a very good one. Shout out to For Queen Being 32. Always shows up and never says anything, but the viewership is what matters. So I appreciate you. Faith, nice to see you here this weekend as well. It's appreciating right now. He keeps going. I do. You're new here, Jose. You'll learn. You'll learn. We also had some more spicier questions that this time, I don't know. Like even asking the questions about like relationships and all that stuff is again one of those like low hanging fruit type of conversations you have with people on the street, which I am not a fan of. I like doing interesting things. So like one question I've asked before is like, what's a conspiracy theory that people should know about? And we dropped that video on YouTube, and I think I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed making it and even talking to people. Some people said aliens. You know, what do you guys think? Are there any conspiracy theories that you think people should know? Put it in the chat. Some of the things people said on the street was like aliens was one thing. The jab was another. I think someone said about Helen Keller. Apparently, it's all cat. At least they believed. Like Helen Keller wasn't real. She was blind. There was not a woman who was blind, deaf, but wrote a book. Apparently, flew a plane at some point. Is what they were saying in the street. I didn't verify any of this. I just thought it was hilarious and interesting content. But apparently, Helen Keller might be complete bullshit. But you know, a lot of things we were taught in school are bullshit. It's bullshit. But I mean, it is. I mean, we've had this conversation before even here, but I don't know. It blew my mind too. I was like, what? But then when they were explaining to me, it's like, how's she able to do all that? And then he flew a plane. And I was like, you know what? I can see where they're coming from. It's highly someone who's blind and deaf somehow wrote a book or whatever, learned how to speak or something. I don't know. I didn't check one way or the other. People can believe whatever they want to believe. There's an Eritrean girl, Haben Girma, who is blind and deaf and wrote a book. Okay. I guess it's possible. Rate your intelligence from 1 to 10. No. Because it's not. I don't know. Depends on it would depend on the field. If it's like more analytical and mathematical, probably rank higher. I'm at 60 to 20. No, actually, very people do. It might not seem like it here, but the more I learn, I don't know. And it's a very humbling experience. The more you know, because like I even talked to somebody, and she was saying like she knows a little about a lot of things, and the way she described my knowledge is I know a lot about a lot of I don't know. I don't forget whatever, but I know a lot about a lot of different things. But then that experience has taught me how little I really know because there's just so much shit out there. Right? Your humility from 1 to 10. It's an absolute 10. I am the most humble person ever. I have the greatest humility, the greatest, the best. It'll be too much humility, way too much. You guys are gonna tell me this is too much humility. You're gonna get tired of it. First funny thing of the life. Bye bye, Jose. Bye bye. Leave. Motherfucker, leave. Now watch him stay. Jose. I think we'll be friends one day. Shouldn't you be on the live? You should. Is that Argentina? Argentina. This guy. How do you feel about the whole Messi situation? You went to Miami. It's okay though. It's okay. Guatemala, bro. All the blue and white flags look the same to me. I see you. Why you doing your tells? Yep. I don't know anything about South American countries. I tell you that. It's central. Again, don't know anything about it. I've been trying to learn Spanish. And I don't. It's interesting trying to learn a romantic language after knowing English. It's tough because don't know anything about Guatemala, bro. I don't think the trolls get that you're not trollable. I don't know. It's fine. I feel like they need a home though. Trolls need a home, and this could be the place for them. Because that's the thing. Like I don't. It's like as long as the trolling, usually, like even notice like the trolls, they eventually come along once you just give them a little room. That's okay. Don't feel bad. I don't either. I don't know. I love Discharge. You said that last time too, Sammy. Wait, no. I think this is the guy who was talking about some fast food franchise. Yes, Sammy's back. Sammy and Jose might be brothers. We'll never forgive you for what you did to Nika. I think we're cool. Applebee's. There you go. That's what it was. Yes. And he's looking for someone to franchisee. If you guys are interested, don't forget. You could always hit up DM Unc Sammy. Who's that a picture of? I could have. I think. All right. Oh my lord! Best fast food franchise, French fries. A lot of people are going to say McDonald's, but don't sleep on Wendy's. Don't sleep on Wendy's. I need you to come take over the dish room. That's messed up, bro. Why would you say that? I actually, yeah, I don't know. Wendy's, that's insane. Have you tried them? They've actually gotten good. They've actually gotten good. In and Out fries are not that good. Their animal fries is good. Condiments on it, but the animal fries itself is not good. Wendy's burgers is bomb. Um, it's messy. It's a messy burger. But the fries, because I like that they leave a little bit of the potato skin on. It gives it a little more texture and flavor. Number one, McDonald's. Number two, Chick-fil-A. The waffle fries? Is that what you're talking about, Faith? Wendy's fries are awesome now. Yeah, I think people are sleeping on Wendy's fries. Bro, you have an extremely safe look. You, I don't know what that means. If you needed to, though. If you needed, though, I don't know what that means. I'll tell you who got some nasty fries. Five Guys. That's the thing. They give you so much of the fries to make up for how limp their fries are. Fries can't be limp. You can't. You know what I'm talking about, Sammy. You can't have limp fries. You can't have limp fries. The waffle fries are amazing, but I wouldn't call them fries. They're I don't know. I guess they're technically fries, but I don't know. Popeyes fries. You go to Popeyes. That's a big news, guys. Like, could you whoop someone if necessary? Well, I think when you get into a fight with somebody, you just need to demonstrate craziness, and people will run away from you. So you don't need strength, you don't need ability, you don't need fighting skills. You just need to show that you're a crazy motherfucker, and you never mess with anyone crazy, so they'll leave. So it's not about whooping somebody. But I'm a pretty big guy. I could just fall on somebody and they'd get hurt pretty bad. McDonald's fries is the best. I don't know. Fries, Church's deadly combo. Yeah. Church's chicken fries. Never had that. That's interesting. All right. So what do you dip your fries into though? Bigger Burger King fries went downhill. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either. Fries not so good there. I've been known to get Popeyes over Canes. Canes. I didn't know about Canes until I moved to. Well, maybe they don't have Canes in New York, but on my drive to Texas, discovered Canes. I was like, the tenders are better for sure. Have me on the podcast, bro, for sure. DM me, and we'll get you on the podcast. Um, we've had haters on the podcast before. I've never had Canes. Yeah, it's probably not in New York. Report of the week reviews on YouTube, and he is the best critic. He's a weird critic, though. He's the guy with the weird suit, right? Who looks like he could come out of the Addams family. Is it that guy, Larissa? I'm a hater. No, yeah, it's true. You're not a hater. You're just a troll. Trolls are fine. Trolls are fine. But even haters are fine too. Yes, the suit guy. I'd like to think I'm more of an intellectual, but yeah, I mean, we'll get a chance to talk. We usually record an hour and a half worth of material, so I hope you have a lot of Portuguese prepared. I don't know. Thank you for that. But what do you guys dip your fries into anything though? Are you guys basic ass ketchup people, or do you like to switch it up with something more interesting? I feel like Faith is a ketchup person, or plain. She might be plain. I could see that being a thing with her. Yes. What do you dip it into? Interesting. Before sweet and sour sauce for fries. What? I can see that. I'm gonna tell y'all the best fries in 10. Ranch sauce. 9. No to ketchup. Okay. Like I like to either like if you do get the Wendy's, it's nice to have a small frosty, so you could do the whole frosty thing. But ketchup and mayo are a good combo together. And then you put some black pepper on that. It's really good. Really, really good. You guys should try it. Never did the frosty thing. Try it out. It's pretty good. That's not even a new idea, putting fries into a milkshake. It's not a new idea. Not the ketchup and mayo. Ketchup and mayo. with black pepper. With black pepper, it's important. What did the pig say on a hot day? Go ahead and tell us. Minimoni? Ketchup, mayo, on pizza. Explain. As the sauce or on bacon? Yes. Okay. Like, how do you put ketchup and mayo on a pizza? As a sauce or? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, that's crazy. So you mix the ketchup. I guess it's sort of like, nah, I don't know. I guess it depends what your toppings are. If you put cheese, I think it would have to have a lot of meat on there too, just because the pizza bread is sort of like sandwich with being the replacement for like sandwich. If you think about it, it's just a giant flat one-sided sandwich. If you think about it that way, and so the that's what we would have to do. Indian pizza at Can-Am Pizza. Ah, it's a thing that they serve. Huh. I didn't know that. Never thought about it, but if I find it anywhere, there's this pizza spot here that lets you custom make your own pizza. So I might, I don't know if I'll try that, but that will definitely be in my head when I'm ordering. I wonder how Broken Heart Girl is doing. Yeah, that's a good question. Do you miss her, Faith? No, no. How are you? Every other time she's been on this live, you're complaining. You're like, oh, come on. She needs to get over this thing. She brings it up all the time, and now here you are wondering about her well being. That's crazy. That's crazy. Look at you being all considerate. I mean, I add the ketchup mayo at home, but I put on Indian pizza as like after dip. Oh, Indian. Okay. Yo, like if they instead of pizza crust that they normally do, if they put a giant piece of naan and then they put tikka masala and then maybe what would be good? I don't know if cheese would make sense for tikka, but maybe. Where's the you're spelling her name wrong, by the way, Jose. Get it right. Get it right. It's not two E's, it's two A's. Should I check up on the ex after 2 year breakup? Why would you? Why would you? Do we have another relationship situation here? Do you want to share the details? No pressure, Melissa, but a lot of women here enjoy the relationship other women have. It's almost so. If you want to share, you can share. She's one of those people who ended up on the news. Who are you doing? See, now we spelled it right. CEO learns to know. Have you ever earlier? Yes, let's share. Okay. I mean, what's your reason for? Did you? All right. If you are contemplating about reaching out to an ex, that means they break up with you. Is that what happened? Um, or what? I don't know. LOL, stop. I'm stronger. I'm wiser. Married at 18 for 5 years, then I divorced them. Damn. And you're wondering how they're doing? Um, so you guys divorced at 23? Better. Okay. I don't know. What's the reason for reaching out to them? You guys are already divorced, so he probably didn't enjoy it. I don't know if you'd want to reopen all that. So I don't understand if you want to reach out. Mind blown, the whistleblower on UFO aliens just spoke. Yeah, I heard about that. Sounds like a distraction, but all right. When I look back, should married people divorce or just cheat? Let's talk about it. I mean, you're most of the people in here are women, so they're gonna say, I don't know. Most married people are just gonna say just divorce, like, or yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, why would you, if you cheat, then that leads to divorce. And what was the point? A user 737 S&B Productions. How's it going? Overall, you brought me through. Who? I'm not sure who you are, but he has no social media to check up on him to make sure he's okay. Why are you trying to check up on him? Like, I don't understand. Like, why are you guys answering Jose? It's such an obvious answer. Guys, don't let the troll. Oh man, I don't blame you. You guys are used. You guys aren't used to dealing with trolls, but whatever. I can see that you were the one I held on to. Einstein was absurd. I'm confused, King Kobe. Are you a therapist? I am not. Troll, we know who you are. It's okay. The first step, Jose, is accepting who you are. It's fine. It's do you divorce or do you cheat? It's like, what? Most people who are married are not going to accept cheating, which leads to divorce. So the answer is divorce, obviously. Why do you want to check up on him? He is my therapist. That's funny. Dang, bro, that's not how you treat your supporter. I make fun of Faith all the time. Like, maybe she wouldn't consider herself a supporter either, but like, I have a good relationship with my. I would say Faith is maybe the biggest hater, consistent hater, and you know, it's all good. Faith, make sure he's all right. Why? Yeah. What? You broke his heart. Like, why would that make him feel better? Like, no, no. Let's be real. Probably the reason why you want to reach out is because you want to see how his life is doing after you. And if it's doing well, you might consider reopening it. If it's not, then you'd be like, oh, I made the right decision. So it's not really about him, it's about you. So why? Why? Don't let them leave the man alone. Maybe here's the thing. Here's the funny thing. I bet chances are, I can't say, but chances are, if you did reopen things because he's, I don't know, improved, then he would take you back, which blows my mind, but it is what it is. When are you going on tour? We would love you in our bathhouses. Bathhouses, like Turkish bathhouses. What if he's not all right? What are you going to do? I'm the voice of reason. Just talk to him. It's like, but you divorced him. It's like, I don't understand. YOLO. I'm doing well now, but he was emotionally the one. Ah, come on. Don't do that to him. Why would you do that to him? You would tell him that? What do you mean emotionally the one? Oh, that's the worst. Oh, guys. Ugh. No guy wants to hear that. No guy wants to hear that. It's like, okay, so why did you leave then? When you keep touching a wound, it won't heal. All right, here's a real intellectual topic for chat. Do you tell your partner if their best friend makes a move on you? Yeah, obviously. I bet you've romanticized the relationship and are forgetting why you're not together. I'm heartbroken. He wouldn't change. I don't know. This sounds complicated. I like. Why do you like these? No, no. SMB Productions. These are not good questions. These are obvious questions. Good questions are where people are going to disagree. Good questions are where there will be discourse. Like, who wouldn't? Like, I don't know. Not good questions. It's okay, Jose. Keep trying though. I support you in your endeavor here. Then why talk to him? I like these. No, why talk to him? He's hating on my topics. No, it's like these are obvious answers. These are obvious answers. Maybe he changed. I mean, I guess maybe the dating pool sucks that bad that you're like, damn, maybe it was good. Is that what's happening? Or if there was like some safety issue, get it, but I don't think people change. People change because they want to change, because they personally decide to change, not because something externally happened. So it's like it's unlikely he made any. He's changed from what he was. All right, I want to know what provoke more documents you. Cool, go for it, man. Like I might even take some of these questions if they're that good for street interviews, and I will shout you out, Jose Galindo. Like if you change, I could consider. So mad. Who? Oh, me? Okay. If you wanted to change and thought that would help the relationship, you would have reached out. Yeah. Yeah. No, I will steal your question. If it's a good question, I will use it for street interviews for sure. But these are not. That's the thing. Like I've noticed some of the questions to ask people that I've noticed. Yeah, I think those questions are the kind of question where you can see people choosing either side, where half of people would say one, half of people would say the other, are far more interesting than the stuff like where everyone's just going to agree. So like questions we asked, it's like if losing physical attraction to your wife, husband warrants a divorce. I mean, if they change it, maybe. But I mean, you do have an obligation in a relationship to maintain a level of attraction. Yeah, as you get older, you're not going to be as attractive, especially for women, obviously. But that's okay because your husband or spouse or boyfriend will have rose glasses on, so he sees you better than you see yourself. So that's not a problem on his end. And then men, if they're taking care, you don't even have to like be like heavy in the gym or anything. You just need to watch your diet and get moderate amounts of exercise. And as you age as a man, as long as you can keep a lot of the weight off, especially with the stresses of life, you'll actually become more attractive, which is crazy. It's crazy. Like men in their 30s, 40s, like I'm already experiencing it. So it is what it is. So you have the obligation. So I don't know if it would, and if they decide to like, I don't know, is it better to just move on? It is better to just move on. That's understand. Yes, that's tricky because what if something bad happens to them and they can't change? Yeah, yeah. Women don't age well. They don't. They just don't. Sorry. Like, yeah, no. If you look at your pictures in your early 20s versus your 30s, your 40s versus your 50s, it's obvious. Like, this is not even like look at women shocked that that's true. I would say so if the matter doesn't change because I know me. How old do I look? It's not about how you look now. It's that when you do get into a long-term relationship, and as time passes, it's not going to be as good as when you first met you. Obviously. Um, Another question: I only dated Asians my entire dating history. Should I try dating another other ethnicity? Why? You have a thing for Asians? Maybe you just have a thing for Asians. I don't know. People have their preferences. First, Nika, and now women don't age well. I think you're new here, so you don't understand that I push back on these girls all the time. These women, like, what the fuck? This ain't no other stream, bro. Like, I remember one stream back. Oh yeah, that one stream you guys asked me to rate you guys, and then guys like you, Jose, were like, "Oh, these girls are like eights. You guys are sevens. You guys are nines." And I was like, "Nah, you guys are rating them way too high. Way too high." Oh, never dated a Ukrainian. I'm Ukrainian. Oh, okay. Have you considered dating a Russian? Ask the ladies to rate their top three ethnicities in men. No, people have a preference for their own race. So I know Faith is going to say black. Larissa is weird with the whole Asian thing, but generally like women prefer their own, as men prefer their own. Typically, there are exceptions, of course. He's a big bully. No, Jose doesn't understand that yet. Air Jordan, he doesn't understand that. He's new here. It's okay. I am a bit of a bully. Russia. It's a wow. Yes, indeed. All right. So here's a question. Here's another question for you, ladies. Would you do you would you choose a man who's loyal but broke, or rich and unfaithful? That's an interesting one because I've heard on both sides. I think I can guess how people in this chat would answer, but generally, that question to women, loyal and broke. Okay. Just to put some context here, Faith found an NFL player. Okay, so I don't know if that's true. Nika, Anna, the Russian. Oh, we got a Russian and the Ukrainian in the chat. Look at us bringing peace here to the table in the chat. That's amazing. I'm gonna have to cap on all that. All right. Faithful and rich. You can't have both. You're not playing the game right, Larissa. Does unfaithful mean he's dishonest? No. So it doesn't necessarily mean he's dishonest. He can just be upfront about it and just like, yeah, I'll take care of you. I'll make sure all your material needs are met. The roof over your head. Make sure kids can go to the private school, whatever. Blah blah blah. You can have that car that you want. You can have all that, but I'm going to be sleeping with other girls sometimes. And I think a lot of women. It's interesting. I know a lot of women will answer loyal but broke, but I think in reality, there are some women who give that answer who would be okay with it if they got to a certain point in their life. Oh, LMAO, but I still prefer loyalty. Air Jordan, rich and unfaithful. Okay, rich, but I can also sleep with other men. I don't know. I've heard women give that response too, where they're like, "Oh, but I'm going to be cheating too, or not cheating." I don't know. I don't know if. What if he said no? Then it changes again. Larissa, if he says it's closed on your end, which I can understand because it's like, all right, if you're sleeping with other men now, the paternity of any kids that come out of you is in question. So I can understand. The fuck? Not TF me? What do you mean? I don't know what that means. Yep. That's the CEO Larissa. Yep. Sleeping with other men. Interesting. Then I'll have guy friends. Okay. If that's how you imagine it working. Okay. What? Wait. What if he said no? He doesn't get a choice. What do you mean? If he doesn't sit, what if he said no? I don't know. Like the question was simply like loyal, broke, or rich and faithful, rich and unfaithful. Like I guess Robert Sterling was his name, the former owner of the Clippers. That was the situation he had. Well, I don't know. He was just an old ass man. He just wanted arm candy. But I mean, I guess he was cool with her sleeping with other dudes or whatever. He's just like, just don't post it on social media. And they canceled him for it or whatever. A cheater doesn't get to tell me whether or not I also cheat. But if they're honest with you, like in the situation where I think George mentioned, like they were just honest about that they're not going to be exclusive, then it's not actually cheating. It's something you just agreed to be in an open relationship, or at least open on one end, maybe. You see, Jose. This is why this is a good question because it's like it stimulates all these things, and there is disagreement among these women. I take an unfaithful and rich for a year or two, stack up, and leave. You think a rich and unfaithful guy doesn't know how to set up his assets, so you can't do that? But all right, I guess if that could work for you. I love men without the N. That's funny. That's funny. Kirk's third earring. Is loyalty or honesty more valuable? Mm, that's a good question. I mean, isn't loyalty a more specific version of honesty? Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to think about that one. What do you guys think? Android, good question. Yeah, that is a good question. Can I ask why my baby daddy felt the need to tell me he has a new girlfriend and tell me about how good in bed she is? That's weird. But maybe he's trying to get you back in that sort of immature, make her jealous sort of way. Um, which, I mean, that's the thing, like getting into relationships with baby mamas and baby daddies, because you know that person's going to be messing around with their baby mama or baby daddy at some point. Only reason you say it's a good question is because you initiate it and you didn't make it sound dumb, like you do when I read mine. Look at this. This conversation is proof, bro. It wasn't even my question. It was a question my brother came up with. So, Anya the Russian, get a reaction out of you. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say that. Awkward. Oh, depends. I mean, it could still work on you. You can recognize that it is a attraction tactic, and it could still work on you. So, how does it make you feel? That's the question. Now, I think it would have been better. Here's the thing, fellas, or the one guy who's here. If you have something about you that would make you more attractive to a woman or women, it's better when they discover it versus you saying it, because it's and then you don't make it a big deal either. So if Anya the Russian had discovered that her baby daddy had a girlfriend and enjoyed his experience with her, then it would be far more effective manipulation tactic. But I guess he wasn't thinking that deep, or why should it matter to him? But I think it reveals his desire for you. But maybe I'm wrong here. Who knows? What did you tell him on the other Russian? Faith needs to know. Where is Nika? I think she's gone. Yep, she's gone. You sent her away, Jose. Why'd you do that? This is supposed to be a safe space, especially for Black women. Man, a choice between interacting and eye candy. What do you mean? I'm not sure what that means. A choice between interacting and eye candy. You slide into her DMs. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. He seemed really defending. They blocked my first comment. Uh, yeah, you got to be careful. And there's nothing I can do. I didn't set the rules for this either. At Faith, I said, "Oh, okay, I got some good dick too, LOL." And he was like, "Yeah, right, LOL, I was being petty." How do people do that to each other? Yeah, I don't get it. Like, oh, she's back. There you go, Jose. Your girl's back. I might to see if she's okay from the emotional damage. Emotional damage. This man is caused. You look extremely appealing on YouTube. Oh, yeah. Just so you guys know, I am on YouTube too. If you guys want to see a nicer stream, I think it. I'm also on Twitch. This is being streamed on Twitch too. Um, apparently, yo, George, they don't like the light. They don't like the light. I was trying to be all artistic with this shit, and they're like, "Nah, it makes you look like you have sunburn." And the battery's dead. But yeah, so thank you for the thank you for that. I didn't know. Hey, bestie, need advice? Should I put my coochie hair in pigtails or braids for my date? Good question. No, just you need a landing strip, is what apparently some what do they call them? Waxers recommend. You need a strip. Grown women usually put a strip, something like a star or a heart, apparently. That's a thing older women do, something like that. I saw they had issues with you, Silbert. I know. Haters. It's okay. Braid. Ask the ladies if they have ever cheated. Tell it. Tell them to keep it 100. Women aren't going to be honest about that. That's the thing. It has to be one of those questions that aren't going to make them look bad, Jose. Women, their reputations matter way more to them than men's reputation matters to us. So, like a question like that, they're not going to be honest. Like same thing, like with body count. That's also one of those, which is weird. But when they're drunk on the street and you got a nice camera, bro, these girls will tell you those things. We interviewed one girl, and the video's on YouTube if you guys want to see it. I didn't include the number, and I'm not going to include the number that she said out loud because it's just like, whoa. And it's hard to believe too. So I don't know if it's bullshit or not, but I try to make it funny. But generally, women aren't going to be honest about anything that could possibly make them look bad, which is why like it's not even worth asking. Like, oh, what's your body count? I want to be with a virgin. Blah blah blah. It's like, guys, she's gonna lie to you. Or it's like, oh no, she's not lying, but she can frame it however she wants in her head to make it sound however she wants. So like there are plenty of virgins who've had lots of sexual experience, and somehow that makes sense in their head, which is why it's always a stupid question to ask. Which by default, men should just assume they've all been ran through. He was like, she might say hi. I was like, that's cool. People move on. You know, good luck. Yeah. Someone wanted to take you on a date. Where would you want to go? Asking for a friend. I'm a homebody, so if we just stay home and whatever, there isn't any place. Yeah, there isn't any place I can think of where I'm like, ooh, I would like company here. You know, like theater is nice, but again, it's like you're there to watch a movie, so it's not a social experience. Like if you're gonna be spending time with somebody, I would want it to be a social experience, preferably quiet or isolating, because I don't like crowds of people. I don't like noise. So intimate and quiet is good. Anything with that, and low dim lights is better. I'm sensitive to light, especially at night. And I don't know why I'm imagining it being a nighttime thing, but yeah, I guess I'm more of a nocturnal person. So shout out to your friend. Who twerks for Cheetos? Maxim. Anya the Russian. Oh, thank you for following, Anya. Appreciate it. Could we get what's her name? What's her name? The Ukrainian to follow too, just to balance it out. So, all right. All right. I'm out. I'm sick of you shitting on my questions. Here's another example of an interesting question that's pretty tame, but yeah, he'll slide into your DMs, Nika. Yeah, of course. S. Good night, Jose. Good night, Jose. Everyone say good night. Say good night to Jose. Bye bye. Bye bye. Good night. Oh man, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. We'll see you next week. This is a weekly thing, or you can just go on YouTube and start watching me there. But that's what's up. You can also, if anyone is watching me on YouTube, you can leave chat. I guarantee I'll be timely with reading it. But I did get a suggestion that like after maybe the next 30 minutes, if I'm still on it, we'll switch. I'll primarily focus on YouTube. But I know the YouTube experience on mobile isn't really that good. So something. The only reason I'm on here is because TikTok suspended me from going live for some days. What did you do? How did you get caught up in the filters? What did you do? I've gotten suspensions too before, so I know what you're feeling. Because you probably make content too. I appreciate it, at least from that point of view. Play Kanye in the background. Dude, you can't be playing music. Was it because of the copyright thing, or was it because it's Kanye? For me, I get caught up in the filters all the time. Like every now and then, my live will get banned, and then I have to appeal it. And then, yeah, copyright, man. Yeah. For me, sometimes like the algorithms thinks I said something offensive that violates their content filter or whatever, and then I usually have to appeal it. The last time it happened, they gave me a 10-minute ban. I'm like, what the fuck? It's so weird. I see people playing music all the time. Yeah, they shouldn't be. It blows my mind that people do this. Like, I don't know. Me too. That's why I thought it was okay. Yeah. There's a lot of things content creators do that is not legally okay. But because so many people do it and people have been doing it for so long that no one questions it. But like, yeah, I thought so too. Usually the 10-minute ban is for driving. Really? That's funny because the phone was stationary the whole time. That's wild. You can't drive and go out. What if you're on a train or something? I feel like or airplane. Like the phone can tell when you just took off from an airplane. That'd be funny. But yeah, I don't know. I thought that was the first 10-minute ban I ever got. Other times I would get a 7-day ban and then I'd appeal it, and then I would win the appeal. And I'd be back online. The AI knows whether you're a passenger or a driver or pilot. Oh, yeah. What are the craziest reasons you've been banned? I think it's just the music. Music is just, yeah, fair. Like, I don't understand why people think it's totally okay to take other people's. You can't take people's mute. Yeah, the music thing. You got to be careful with that. Which is why I use like my own music. Music and having NBA game in the background. Bro, what are you doing, man? You put NBA. Wow. Oh, man, that's crazy. I don't know. Like, also, if I title my live NBA teams names, that's the thing. What? Wait, so are you like an NBA type of content creator, or? Oh, okay. Shout out to the Nuggets, right? Interesting. I wonder if someone reported it or they figured it out. Yo, I've gotten reports too. I've gotten reports on some bullshit, so I can totally see people reporting it. It's a lot of sports content. Fair enough. Yeah, if you guys like sports, check out Jose's live and box two. I feel like someone had to report it. Yeah, people report things sometimes. Sometimes trolls, which is why I understand why people get rid of trolls, because if they feel some type of way, they usually can do the reporting thing, which actually I think got me a couple times too. So yeah, that's the real trolls. Yeah, so I can respect your trolling because you didn't end up doing that, but yeah, sports. I can honestly say the only sport I've watched is Formula One, and and I watch it for the teams really, and not the drivers so much. But that's cool. Have you tried streaming on other platforms though, like YouTube or Twitch? The thing. You look like a competitive chess enthusiast. I know it's a glasses, isn't it? Nope, I'm not, unfortunately. Yeah, you should consider it. Um, it's not as interactive as TikTok. I gotta say, like unless you can bring the audience there. But but if you make sports content and you're talking about something, especially like the finals right now, game 5 tomorrow, yeah, you definitely get a like. Remember when the World Cup was going on? I remember so many content creators. Like you pick a team and you just keep talking about it, bro. You grow up fast. Um, yeah. All right, let's see. All right, you guys want? I love live on TikTok, even the trolls aspect of it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's fun. I don't know. I don't normally watch other people's lives because I see the same basic stuff. Do you guys see different lives, or are all these? Because I'll swipe through a lot of them and then it'll repeat with. So I don't know how many people are actually live at any time, but usually it's someone who puts like some controversial topic and then brings people on to argue whatever. That's bullshit. Whatever. There's the guy who keeps. Um, or like I've seen some Habesha stuff sometimes, which is weird. but I don't know. The lives are weird. The lives here are weird. Here, I'm trying to make it more interactive without any set topics, like a podcast that's free form, the kind of conversations you have with friends. And so that's what this is, and that's what you got a chance to experience, Jose. All these different topics. Likes are also based on your algorithm. Okay, that's fair. But then why is this like the video recommendation algorithm is really good, but the live recommendation has been I don't know. I don't know if it's there or if there are any people. Here's a question for you guys though. Here's a question. Like, you know how we have all these like DNA testing services or whatever. Make sure you present Nika. I'll just call you me. Okay. You know how we have there's all these genetic testing services, so people have given their genetic information to companies and stuff. If you ended up running into your younger self, how you were when you were a kid, would you assume that that kid you're running into was your clone, or would you assume it was time travel? Clone or time travel? I had this conversation with someone once. It was interesting because like their answer was time travel because of all these movies, but cloning is way more realistic if you run into your younger self. But maybe, yo, would that be a thing? Like single women who, if we somehow, well, yeah, I think there is a way to clone, clone people. Why couldn't you clone someone? Like especially women who are like coming up, yeah, they haven't found companionship, and, you know, they're getting older, and it's about is the question if present day me ran into young me, would I think it's time travel? Yeah, yeah. Would you think it's time travel, or would you think someone cloned you? Are you a believer of purists finding himself ways to solidify? Nobody understands what you just wrote. Nobody. I have no idea. Would you do what? Like, because there's no reason why a woman can't duplicate her genetic material and impregnate herself with that, right? Well, I mean, obviously you need the other half of, but I don't know. I don't know if it's. Is there any reason why? Because they did it with Dolly, right? That goat or the sheep or whatever, where they cloned a. So if they can do it to a sheep, why can't they do it to a big person? Which I'm sure has happened, but nobody talks about it, obviously. But I would just think it's a doppelganger. Really? Sorry for the confusion, sir. No worries. No worries. If you could explain it, that would be good. Uh, but there's no reason why, especially considering women have wombs, right? So what if you could, you could, yo, that's crazy. I don't know what would, I don't know how, because it would be you. You're birthing you. Yo, oh, that's a crazy idea. That's for sure. Crazy idea. Let's see. I'm glad I have one person watching on YouTube right now. I appreciate it. What would be the first thing everyone did if they woke up as the opposite sex? Uh, I think that's a pretty good question. Because I'm curious what women, because I think they have a misunderstanding of what it's like to be a guy. So let's see, you ladies answer this question. This is a good question. See, this is what a good question is. Um, and yeah, because like those, I don't know. I'll bring it up later, but let's hear some of the answers. See, all right, already we know they don't understand what it's like to be a guy. Sydney, wrong. You wouldn't get paid more. Wouldn't. What happens? What else? Write a book for men from a man, showing them how to be a man. Yeah, okay. Again, you don't know what it's like to be a guy. That's funny. You know what would in reality happen? All of you would be super depressed because you'd be like, "What? Why is everyone ignoring me? Why aren't people friendly? Why are people seeing me? They're not mean. They're just not nice anymore because you're not a woman." It's a thing, and I'm not even, and it's not bullshit either. There was this video that was trending on. I saw it on Twitter, but I think it's a TikTok video too, where this trans man was explaining how tough it is to be a man and like the things, the loneliness that men experience and how tough it is to connect with people and make friends and stuff. And they were crying and they're like, it's like, it's tough to watch. It's tough to watch. And it's just like, and then I went through the Twitter thread and it's like, men are like, yeah, this is what like every guy goes through. And she was, okay, write a book for men, showing them how to. That's an interesting take, bro. You'd be depressed too. You couldn't take a day in our shoes. Honestly, I don't think I could handle the cramps. I couldn't handle cramps. Of course. Yeah, yeah. But then, would you ever want to be a woman again after experiencing that? Because that's a pretty good experience. Not gonna lie. I don't know what it's like for women, multiple, whatever, but like, yeah, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. So one good take here. So far. Just because there's violence doesn't mean there's not privilege. Deny that isn't fair. The men do not make more in any significant way. 1 in 3 women are stalked in your lifetime. Yeah, but you're probably not going to get a stalker in a day. So that's not something you have to worry about as a 1 day thing. But yeah, it's a thing. The cramps are the least of the worries. I don't know. The mental stuff might be like all the thoughts that you guys have on a daily basis might be over. I'm not saying it's bad. It's gravy to be a woman either, which is funny that you guys interpreted it that way. 1 in 6 experience. So you say things like men don't make more when there's legit research that says differently. Look at that research again. Yep. The thing people say about it, like when you compare the same job and in same experience levels, it's basic shit too. Like I can't believe I have to explain this because it's like it's been debunked so many times, but so many people still believe it, which is crazy. This is almost like the whole ice situation argument I had to have with the guys last week. People were like, "Oh, are you a doctor? Ice thing on sprains, whatever." I'm like, look it up. It's like the proof is out there. I'm not your Google. You have to prove it to be true. You have to prove it to be true. It's not. You're making a claim. Show me your studies. I'll show you mine. No, I won't. Believe whatever you want. You're making a claim. You want to believe it. I'm telling you you're wrong. And it is what it is. It doesn't go both ways. No, you're making a claim. You're making a claim. You're making a claim that men are paid more. And then when you look at it, and then when you look at how they make the claim, they take the sum of all male salaries versus all female salaries, and then they compare the two. Like, oh, look, difference. And then you're like, okay, but what about the jobs that they take, the jobs that they're in, the amount of experience that they have, and all that? And when you factor all those things in, it turns out the difference is negligible. And then it's just like, okay, so which is the thing that like got me questioning all the things I saw in the news because I remember, I think it was like 2014 or something. Obama actually said that as part of his State of the Union address, and I had just recently learned that that wasn't the case. And I was like, all right, so either Obama's a dumbass or he's lying. So I lean towards lying. It's called male flight. You're just a misogynist who's not interested in recognizing privilege. Congratulations, Sydney. You're hella basic. You're hella basic. Look at that. The name calling already. It's tough for you. I know. It's tough. Congratulations, though. Yeah, the pay gap is a farce. Yeah, it's a farce. Uh, it's not related to discrimination, though. There could be discrimination, but as far as for the same role and responsibility and experience, the difference is like negligible. So statistically irrelevant. That's actually laughable. No, no, look it up. Like you'd be surprised how many things you guys believe is complete bullshit. Complete bullshit. All right, I'm out of this for real. Sydney made it awkward. It's okay. She'll leave. Like, it's okay. She left. Wait, let me see. I'll check for you, bro. Yeah, she's not here anymore. It's okay. You should DM her though. You should DM her, and because maybe you have a thing for black women. That's a thing. Who knows? Like, how do Guatemalans feel about black women? Do you want to answer that question? Go ahead, slide in her DMs. It would be great if this live brought people together. You know, that would be awesome. Maybe. My bad. My bad. Yeah, still on a tripod. We love all shades, as long as they're the lighter shades, right? I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with you. It's okay, ladies, black ladies. You know, I like black women, right? I have to say that bullshit. Even though all of you will assume I've only dated white women, it's such bullshit. Funny. You're more interested in your well-being. Why? Did you do something? What happened? I thought everything was fine with her. It was the other person who had the relationship problems. You know, my man is projecting his love for white Nubian queens. Isn't that like an oxymoron? White Nubian. What? Uh, whatever. I'm glad you tried it though. That sounds like a Marvel superhero character, White Nubian. That's funny. Hey, Paul Chung, how's it going? uh, who else can I offend in this chat right now? That's the thing. You gotta like dance around the rules without stepping over. You know, it's a dance here. Never seen opium medicine society while drinking gin and juice in the hood, huh? Nope, I have never. I've never. I think I barely even watched Friday. Okay, so I just know, damn, and the bisexual part. I know that. I think he my long lost twin. Nice, Michael. Taking screenshots and then changing your profile. Why do people do that? Like, I don't get it. I don't get why people do that. Is your okay. All right. You guys got anything on your mind though? Do you want to ask any other questions, Jose? I know you were gonna leave, but is your girl from the Caucasus Mountains? Uh, she has caucus tendencies. What I would say. You know, she's nice. She, yeah, that's all I can say, I guess. She has a what now, bro? Uh, boss? No, not boss. No, boss is for New York girls. Um, well, this man's scared to answer a question. No, there's not much. I told you, like, there's something. We'll just always stay private. Uh, yeah. It's cool, you know the etymology. Caucus. He was down. He's from Central America. Like, well, I don't know if he's from Central America, but I'm going to assume it. Stop disrespecting him. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, all right. You are from Guatemala. Okay. I'm not going to ask you. Only some of you will understand. It's okay. I think Jose will. Does your girl? She does. She does. Yes. Unless chicken is a euphemism, something else. But I don't know what it could be. So I'm going to assume you mean actual chicken. Eventually, she will. Eventually, she will. Is he short? Was that your question? Short? I'm not sure what you mean. No, no, no. That's not what I was asking. No, that's not what I was implying. Uh, she will eventually wear Lululemon. She does have a what's that? What's that thing? A Peloton. So that's confusing. Confusing. Yes, it is like a game of guess who. It is. That's why it's a good freckles. Freckles. Yeah, you too. Yes, yes. So it's not a race thing. It's not exclusive to a race. And if I really, yeah, I'm not gonna pick that up. Does she enjoy the show, Friend? I don't know. I don't think she's ever watched it, but I don't think she would. There's got to be some people of color in the show for her to enjoy it. So that's, I don't know if this gives you enough details. I feel like it should have limited the number of questions you can ask before you started guessing, so you can guess race or ethnicity. It's cool. It's cool. I'm not gonna give her mother's name. What? Come on, man. What's your mom's name? Come on, man. Don't be asking questions like that. You trying to get us doxxed, bro? I guess Jose is Jose your real name? Bernice. Bernice. Yeah. Um, so, by the way, the alternative to that question about like loyal, broke, rich, is how would she feel about you calling Nika what you call her? Neka? How would she feel? Um, I don't know. I don't know how she would feel. Okay, I'm going to bed till next week. Have a good night, Faith. Nice seeing you here. Um, let's see who else is here. Fort King, Franklin, Brigard, Air Jose. Okay. Hello, Juju. How's it going? How are you guys doing? How are you? Hey, Ella. Good night. Okay. Good night. Let's. Oh, you're doing good. Oh, okay, it was a typo. One of those autocorrect things. Okay. Okay. Here's a question for you, ladies. What do you think about guys getting work done to their body? When she listens to rap, sing along all the lyrics, or she lean into certain words. She can sing to it. Bumbleclap. Yes, bro. I hate them. Um, you hate when guys get work done to their body? That's interesting. Well, what makes them happy? I don't know. Like, all right, so absolute deal breaker. Doesn't matter to me. No typos. Oh, okay. Good night. Oh, okay. Well, here's the thing. I've been seeing on Twitter like this whole thing about like height extensions. So like guys can make themselves taller now, which is crazy. So imagine you got with a guy, no work, lazy way out. Yeah, imagine. Well, I don't know. Like some things on a guy you just can't change. Like a guy's height. So like imagine you're dating a guy and then you find out he was actually 3 inches shorter. Under like let's say if you're like 5'9" and you get the surgery and you grow 3 inches because you extend your bones and your legs. And that means now he's 6 feet, which is a big marker for a lot of women, even the ones who say that they don't care that much. You can't work your way into being taller. So I think there are dudes who trash on girls for getting work done, and then yeah. I don't know if that's true because if they're willing to get work done to themselves, then they'd be more open to girls who also get work done. Which yeah, again is like like why is it okay? Why is it more acceptable? You know, I really don't mind. They can get work done if they want. Also, that's cool. Okay. Or like get plastic surgery, look better, more attractive, whatever. I don't like tall men. Okay. I think you're pretty rare, Ellie, Ella, but a lot of women, that's a big deal. But are you tall? That's the thing. Like, if you're not tall, I totally understand. Like, if you're a short woman and height doesn't matter as much because pretty much everybody you run to is going to be taller. But then, you also run into women who are short who want guys who are super tall. And it is what it is. But height is a big deal for women in control. So some men do get this. I don't know. I saw some pictures. It's like they split the bone, then they put these things to like extend your legs. And so and then they send you home. Every day you're supposed to like move it a millimeter or something so you actually get taller, and then the bone heals itself. It's just like, yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm saying I've seen guys trash girls for it, then they have hair plugs and got lipo themselves. What? That's crazy. Oh my. The only thing men get done is the hair. Even the hair thing, like the plugs, like, I don't know. I'm 5'2". Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, Vicky, how's it going? Men don't need to look more attractive with getting work done. They're good just the way they are, unless they want to. Yeah, I think if a man, I think men can, we age better. We're strategic about it. What's my first alcohol anonymous meeting? 24. Okay. Are you single? No. I'm not. Hi, I'm Ron White. Ron White from what's that show? Parks and Rec. Is that the show? Ron White. About my cat got banned. I don't remember. I'm not good with names, so and I'm a girl. Okay, I don't remember who. Okay, bro. I just go ahead and let sit on. Okay, bro. Just go ahead and let sit. Okay, sure. Some. I think men are more sexually aggressive on this stuff for sure. For sure. It's one of the things I do is like when you start making content, you start getting attention from people, but you'll get attention from dudes first, which is crazy. I didn't expect that. Women probably too. I don't know if women get other women sliding in their DMs like that. Interesting. So you guys are cool. But all right, fellas. If there are any fellas here, like, would you mind if your girl got or a girl? Do you mind if women get work done? I don't know. It seems like it's a little disingenuous when you change the way you look surgically, and then you also got to understand that there's risk involved here. People die from surgery. That's a thing. So is it? doing something for cosmetic. Like, didn't Kanye lose his mom? I think there was a recent case of somebody who someone's like baby mama. Oh yeah, what's his name? That comedian who his baby mama died because she was getting plastic surgery, like some cosmetic surgery or whatever. Like it's dangerous. I don't know why people do it for looking better. I do understand the advantages looking better does bring to you. Is what it is. He's only 7'7". He looked. Um, if you, yeah. Hey, you working at Wawa? No, I don't even know what Wawa is. Is that a grocery store or gas station? I don't know. Sounds like a grocery store. Uh, yeah, I don't know, dude. Let's see. What if we can do some interactions here? Lightning Q&A. All right, so we got some options. Uh, let's do lightning Q&A. If you could try anything new, what would you do? That's a decent one. Got lucky with that. Got lucky with that one. Can I move it up? No, I can't. Well, all right. Answer the question, guys. If I could do anything new, what would I do? Pilot license. I'll get my private pilot license for sure. Learn to fly. Um, yeah, I'll learn how to fly. That'd be really cool. Really, really cool. I know, I think it's like 40 hours of training, I think, is what's required to do it. And it's like intensive learning time. And then you got to pay for the flight time individually. So it's like, it stacks up. I knew a few people who got their pilot's license back in college. Flying is pretty cool. Um, where do I live? I live in Texas. It was funny you working at Dollar General. I don't know what you mean. You know, Faith is right. I somehow attract all the trolls. I don't know what it is. Is it my face? Is there something about my face that trolls are like, oh, this guy looks like he would accept our kind? I think they see themselves in what's happening here. So sorry, guys, if you're a regular viewer here. That's just the nature of it. We're gonna deal with trolls. It's okay. I have a rule about not kicking them off unless they're becoming. It used to be I never kick them off, but I think I find the rule to be if they're spammy, then I have to kick them off just because they're making it harder to read the chat. But otherwise, trolls are welcome here. So I'm cool with that. I'm cool with all of you. I don't know if I have any more left in me, guys. Like today was a rough day waking up. I think I'm going through caffeine withdrawals. I don't have coffee today. I think it's been over. It's been a while. Not no, a few like maybe 18, 20 hours since I've had coffee or any caffeine at all. And this morning I woke up like super. It felt like I was hungover, but I wasn't hungover because I don't drink like that. I don't even drink. I didn't even drink last night. It was just all street interviews and stuff. So it's just crazy. It's like one of those mornings where I could not keep my eyes open. It wasn't even like headaches either. It's just like my body's like, dude, go back to bed. Like today's not the day. But things got a bit hot, so I did. So we even went to the gym too, which is crazy. I was surprised I was able to do anything. But I think I'm gonna call it quits early tonight. Maybe I'll do more frequent lives on Wednesday. I now that I've been doing the lives regularly on Twitch and YouTube, I think I'm gonna dedicate Wednesday nights same some day of the week. I'm just choosing Wednesday right now because why not? But I think when I have to dedicate live specifically to YouTube, so we can actually like explore different ideas, and I can show things on screen or chat on screen if you guys are interested. Follow the YouTube channel. I don't know if it sends notifications to your subscribers, but Wednesdays. What? Wednesdays are probably going to be the days, but I'll let you guys know on the Instagram stories if you guys follow. Appreciate everyone showing up to the live. Appreciate the one person watching right now on YouTube, and I'll see you guys. I don't see you throughout the week. I'll see you next Sunday. Any last minute things? Shout out to Air Jord for Queen being 32 and Franklin Bigardi. I hope all right. But yeah, this was cool. Bye. 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 All right. And lastly, YouTube. If you're still watching, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So I'm going to end this too. But another camera real quick. Peace. Bye. And that's it.